Hey there, guys. This is my first replay. It's going to be a T57 replay. I'm in the T57. I have two guys from Harm as well. The Great Gonzo in his T92, and D Stewart 17 in his Object 140. And T57s, they really do well in the platoon. Doesn't have to be other T57s, but they completely kill it when they're in other T57s. Um, I accidentally missed a shot there. I don't know. I don't know how I missed that one. Um, but this is pretty much how you want to play the T57. You don't want to be up, duking it out with the E100 while the E100's at full health. You want to stay back and just take it easy, be a bit of a sniper, and you can see that that E100 absolutely got nuked. I don't know what he was thinking, just staying still. That T71 obviously lit him. And you can see in the chat he's getting pretty mad. Um, That was just a blind shot. I think that went in. It didn't look. It looked like it went in. There was no. There wasn't any explosion in behind the shell. You can see we have two other guys. We also have another guy that's platooned up with them, and that's pretty nice. You can see that we have the E100 there, and I just kind of checked to see where the E100 is at, and I just decided to force reload because it's better to have 4 shells than 2 shells if you want to get that 16,000 maximum burst damage in a matter of 6 seconds. And that's what this T57 does really well at, is popping and getting those clips out and then popping back for another 20 seconds. And that reload, that 20-second reload, it's a 25 on me. At this time of the replay, I did 23.44. I don't have Brothers in Arms on this, so that's mostly why I don't have it down to 21. You can see I finished up that T71 there. Not hard, but it definitely was a scout tank that was lighting us, and I think I bounced the T54 there. Although the server lag, I wasn't able to spot him as soon as he shot me, but oh well. And I mean, the reload really does help you. I mean, 20 seconds you can get out of a lot of stuff, and you'll see later on in this replay what it can get you out of. This spot down here is really strong for a T57. You can see my D Stewart friend got killed, unfortunately. And I'm trying to see through these windows if I can shoot that 100. Unfortunately, I can't. Not enough to waste my shells on, though, because it's in all loads, you gotta really conserve. So you can see here, I'm putting some shells in this E100. He's not playing too smart right now, but that's alright. And you can see he bounces me. He's probably using AP. And I accidentally put it into the dirt, trying to get away from him. I don't know why I shot at that lower plate when it was at that quite of an angle. I think if it didn't, that was if it was angled anymore, that would have been a bounce. But you can see here that it's 3-6. We lost our eastern flank, so I'm coming back to help defend because obviously we know the cap. We have to defend the cap, and I mean with an E100 and a T54 over there, I don't see why it'd be too hard to do stuff. But then I realized that everyone else is falling back, so I decided to stay over here, and I was talking with my friends in the platoon, and they said, yeah, you should stay over there at least for now. Try to clean up that E100, because you're the only thing over there that can really kill that E100 and the 54. So I decided to flank in behind them, like what you should be doing in a um, T57 anyway. So I was thinking I'm going to put one shell into the 54 and then the rest of my 3 into the E100. Oh, and then the 54 is dead. So I have 4 shells for the E100, which is not hard at all. There's 1, 2, and 3 right beside the wheel. So you can see here that I'm thinking about going to cap, but then I realized that with 6 tanks over there, a tier 10 gun would really help. Um, so I get my reload, quick 20-second reload. You see I'm shooting AP at this IS-7, and I can't quite see him. You see I zoom in all the way, and I can't see his lower plate, so I just decide to start throwing shells at him just to try to maybe, be the one that sneaks in. I could kind of see his plate there, so I shoot aiming for his plate, but doesn't really work, and then he's kind enough to give us the side of his tank, so I take that. Um, so 20-second reload, not hard at all. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to save my friend in the T92, Gonzo. But I'm thinking I need to get rid of that leopard, because that's a dangerous gun for sure. So he was reduced to one shot, so I decided to take the shot and kill him. Right now, I'm left down to 4 AP shells, so I decided to force a reload so that I have a full clip, and I'm not having one or two, spare AP rounds. And um, so I decided to load that. And this is really 20-second reload really helps. You can see here I'm looking at the E5. I don't want to get hit by him. Unfortunately, the 69 gets AMRAC. But the 20-second reload really helps because I'm quickly able to re-engage the T125. So I put AP rounds into that Panther 88. Um, Unfortunately, I wasn't able to finish off that E5, but the T71 did a fine job at that. I'm not quite sure. But that I now that I look back at the replay, I wasn't shooting Hesh at that Panther 88, and I thought I was. Because he was complaining that my shells were going to cost more. But I guess I wasn't shooting Hesh after all. Um, he probably doesn't know what to tell Hesh from. So you can see here, I clutch shot. I'm kind of like, in the moment. I just was shooting gold. So am I. But I didn't realize it at the time, so I spent the time to get in around him, which could have been a mistake. It may have been a mistake. So here's the 20-second. This is where it really helps. You can see here that I'm trying to get some distance away from this leopard, and it's looking really grim right now. I'm gonna die. I was able to clutch that bounce, and then the T34 comes to help me, which is really, really nice. So I can reload, 20-second reload, super quick. And I'm reloaded, so I put one. Unfortunately, he does pen me, and then there's two. That's my 7th kill. That's really nice. 13 to 13, it's tied up. I have a T34 friend. I'm like, where is that AMX? He could pounce out of nowhere and sneeze on me, and I'm dead. So I have 8 seconds left. 20-second reloads doesn't take long, and there he is. I'm like, crap. He has one shell under me. All it takes is one more, and I'm thinking, wait, if he's coming at me, all I have to do is stop, and there's that. I have no idea why he threw the game like that. If if he was able to get in around me, this game would be done unless the T-34 would have been able to maybe kill the AMX and then go on cap. But that was that was a lot of work. I already have 7.1 thousand damage, and I'm just thinking, wow, I have no idea how I managed to do that. That AMX, he easily threw the game right away, and he's a pretty respectable player too. So I was like, wow, I don't know how we managed to do that. And now we just have to find Artie. So I'm thinking, where is this Artie? He could easily kill me and hopefully maybe win the game. Still don't see him anywheres. He's not in the normal RD position you think he'd be, but he was last spotted at H9, so he could be anywheres right now, although he's probably on that flank. But I decided not to risk it. There's no point in getting the 9th kill. Maybe another, 400 damage, but I still don't really need the damage. And it's, again, not worth getting killed for it. So I just decided to cap, secure the win. But there's always the chance that he can still hit me while I'm capping. So you can see here I'm apologizing for using heat, even though I wasn't when I was singing that Panther. Which was really weird. I have no idea what Otter was doing. I have no sweet clue. Stop moving, aim. I don't know what they were saying about. Um, but I mean, it's pretty much in the bag. He just fired, and there's no way he could reload in time. And you can see here he's trying to coax me out of the cap, but that's not going to work. And that is the end of that. Alright, so you can see here we're at the battle results of that battle. You can see here that was my master badge. I think this was something like my 80th battle in it. So getting a master badge that quick was pretty nice. Um, Fire for effect. I guess I lit a tank on fire. Oh no, cause more damage to enemy vehicles than the hippo's vehicle. Not bad. Duelist. Bruiser, more damage than the hippo's your tank. Here's the Radley Walters medal. That was pretty nice. High caliber and Top Gun. Um, you can see here we managed to damage quite a bit of tanks actually. Um, I know it goes farther than that, but you see here the team score 7.4 thousand damage. I guess that blind shot on that T71 a bit earlier was did go in like I suspected it would. It did. You can see here the Radley Walters medal, Top Gun, high caliber. Um, the closest next damage was 3,000 damage, so that really just kind of shows you what kind of team we had, and then the next closest after that was 18,000. So that kind of shows you how good our team was. 5,187 damage. That was solid effort by the ISO, even but his efforts weren't quite able to help his team out that much, and unfortunately, it didn't bring him the win. You can see top XP. You see the detail report. The gold rounds is what killed me. Um, if I was shooting, if I was using premium account, rather, then I would have made 11,000, but I lost 19,000 because I was using standard, but that's alright. Damage block by armor, 19,000, 1,900, rather, that's not bad. 56 cap points, that was because the T34 was helping me cap. Um, the T28 isn't really that accurate. Um, it's accurate enough. To me, it feels a little more accurate, but that's because I have a better crew on my T57 than I do on my IS7. It feels a little more accurate to me than the IS7. Um, but 22 out of 28, 22 were hits, and then I only bounced one, and I don't quite know where the one that I bounced was. I think I might have bounced it. Oh, it was off of the IS7. Um, and I think two of the shells, two of those were also against the ISF, which isn't bad. Hits received 10, penetration is 6. The armor on the T57 is not really that great, and I'll be getting into that in a review soon. Non-penetrations 4. I must have had some pretty big guns shooting at me to get 1900 damage blocked by armor. Um, for only 4 to be a non-penetration. Although some of those may have went into the tracks as well. And that is that replay. That was an amazing game. I actually love the T57. It's a solid tank. 1,600 damage in 6 seconds is really, really nice. That's more damage than the 8 Panzer 100 uh, with just one shell, and it has just the same amount of reload. And so, I mean, that was really nice. And guys, subscribe, likes, they really go a long way. They really help me out. And I'll be able to keep posting content like this every day. And thank you so much.